Would you rather spend a week in wilderness survival training or a week at a silent meditation retreat?
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I would choose the wilderness training camp thing. Oh,
Ainsley,
hard no.
I am so on board with that. I also would choose the wilderness survival training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Welcome to Second Saturday, the podcast where every Sunday feels like a Saturday.
This is episode 9. 9.
I know,
And
we're
I'm
almost
Ainsley.
into double digits. And
I know,
I'm
that's crazy.
Jan.
She's Jan. And today we're going to be taking a Bridgerton Buzzfeed quiz. Because if you... That's exactly what I was about to say. If you've been listening, you will notice that sometimes someone goes on these little tangents of Bridgerton.
When you say the word Bridgerton, you have to say it over and over and over. Bridgerton.
Actually,
yes.
One of my classmates, we got talking about that on set a couple weeks ago. Because she was doing something. She was our first AD, and she's like, "Make haste!" And I was like, oh, I know where that's from.
Make haste!
So
oh my gosh!
She said all weekend, and so we talked about it quite a bit.
As Eloise, no, it's not Eloise.
Yeah,
as Daphne. Well, Eloise says it, but Daphne is running down the staircase. Yeah, gosh, I could rewatch that yet again. I could totally go for another.
Yeah, because you've watched it twice.
I have. Bridgerton. So yeah, we're gonna take the test today. We're gonna take the Buzzfeed quiz, and see which Bridgerton character we are. Bridgerton.
See, I don't think we have the maturity to have lived in that era. Our mannerisms could never handle that.
We would be outcast and ostracized so fast.
Yeah,
in
we would not
British.
Be part of the Ton.
No. We would be part of the Ton. Oh my gosh, no, we would not.
No.
First of all, I just can't picture you in any type of the ball gowns and all of the hoop-de-doo. We'll call it hoop-de-doo. The hoop-de-doo attire. That's
also a hard no.
Right? I could do it. I mean, I could do it. I could totally do it. But yeah, we'll get into that. So would you rather? Let's follow up on the would you rather. You would rather do the wilderness survival training.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this in our last episode. I was the fire master on set. And
fire master.
Funnily enough, I just watched this guy who he all his videos on YouTube are wilderness stuff, and he goes camping alone, survival stuff. And he just did a military, a week with the military training in Japan.
Ooh.
And so that's when they go out into the jungle, and they literally have no food, nothing. They are only allowed very few things, and they have to spend a week out there and do these fake scenarios. And I was like, oh, that looks kind of fun, even though I don't think it is. But I think I'd be better at the wilderness retreat. I couldn't even in high school, when I was in grade 11, my gym class, one day every week we would do yoga, but we had to be quiet. I couldn't even do that. And that's for 30 minutes.
Right.
That was the one class I'd get yelled at because I'd start talking, and I was like, I can't do it. I just can't.
There might have been a report card or two that came back that talked about Ainsley possibly talking a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit much. So I could see,
Listen,
that would work. I could see
I wonder where I get it from.
Right? I totally couldn't.
We are literally doing this hobby together where all we do is talk.
You nailed it.
If that doesn't tell me what our answers would be, then I don't know what would.
Right.
Anyways, you chose wilderness retreat.
I also chose wilderness survival. I mean, listen, it's going to be hardship, and it's going to be cold and probably wet and tiring. I'm just not built to be quiet. I'm just not. There's no way, and I can't. So here's the thing. I do this online exercise program. And so the one night I've been having some issues sleeping. So I'm like, I'm going to do some yoga before I go to sleep. First of all, yoga makes me motion sick. So I have
I
to take
love to tell
Gravol before
people
I do
that.
it.
I tell
It's
people
so
that and they
stupid.
look like,
So
what?
stupid. But when you're doing something up and then you got to put your head down and then back up, I get motion sick in a hot second. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to do it. So I did it for 10 minutes, this restorative help you sleep one. It was great. So then the next night I thought, we'll try this again. So I decided to do the 30-minute one. Well, let me tell you, I cannot stay focused in the same pose and focused on my breath for like more than 2 breaths. Like,
I'm the
I'm
same way.
sorry, Karen, but I cannot relate to feel the soul of my breath for a minute long. Like, first of all, I can't breathe because I'm in poses that like this body is not meant for. So you either get the pose or you get breathing. You don't get them both.
No.
And then like, they're like, oh, an internal reflection. Nah, can't do it. There was also a time in university in one of my courses where we had to do a self reflection essay and we had to sit by ourselves for 20 minutes. And I think we had like one or two questions that we had to think of. I totally botched that essay because I couldn't sit by myself for 20 minutes. I can't be alone. Are you kidding me? Quiet, settle your kettle. So, yeah, I also would choose the wilderness training. And I was thinking about it. I'm going to need that for the zombie apocalypse.
You will.
Just
It'll
saying.
benefit you.
It will benefit me. So it's twofold. I don't have the
See,
attention span.
everything just comes back together somehow.
It all relates.
You do your wilderness training for when the zombie apocalypse happens.
Right? Because listen, when the zombie apocalypse it's happening, I'm not going to sit there and meditate while they all come and eat me up. No, I am coming prepared. So yeah, I'm not going to concentrate on my breath while the zombie apocalypse happens. So I am going to do the wilderness training. What about you guys out there? Which would you rather choose? Would you rather do the wilderness survival training or would you rather do the silent meditation retreat? And hey, there are people that can do those types of silent meditations and good on you. It's probably really good for you. It's probably really good for your soul and for your
It's
mind.
probably a good way to ease your mind.
Right? So good on you for that. But which would you choose? Let us know.
Even if I'm trying to sleep, my brain's not even quiet. So it's really like it's never ending, honestly.
I know. It's not. So if I can't have silent meditation when I'm like conscious, or when I'm semi unconscious, like half sleep, then how am I supposed to do it when I'm conscious?
Yeah.
Like, come on, people. Come on.
It's just not possible.
It's just not happening for you, but it might happen for you. So put it in the comments. Let us know which one you would choose. Wilderness survival training, and hey, you can come with Ainsley and I and do it if you really want. We'll figure it out and we'll do it. Or would you like to go on a silent meditation retreat? We'd love to see your comments. So write them on down, put them in the comments. Let us see. Would love to hear from you guys.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
Yeah.
So yeah. What have you been up to, Ainsley? It's Sunday. What have you been up to?
Not too much. Just the same old, same old. I have football practice 3 times a week, which is...
Well, you did have a football tournament, which you haven't talked about. So how did that go?
Well,
I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Not too great. It was bad. It wasn't okay. It wasn't horrible.
Okay.
The scores make it look like it was horrible.
Okay.
But like we played 4 games and we lost 3 and tied 1, which I didn't know that we were allowed to tie, but we were.
Oh.
And that came down to the last 2 minutes where we were up and then they scored on us.
Oh, that's horrible.
So that was really, really unfortunate. Like overall, it wasn't a it was a lovely day. It was perfect football weather. We played with all we could give. We had quite a few injuries happen. We had our second game, our second game, I think it was. Now I don't even remember. We had someone take out our quarterback, so that was really just hard to pick ourselves back up from.
Sure.
We did have a backup quarterback, and she did wonderful. It was the first time she'd actually played in a game situation. Well, I guess she played in homecoming, but like the real deal. So we did. It was just couldn't catch anything. I played
Listen.
pretty well. I was pretty proud of myself. There
Okay.
was no there always seems to be a game when we play where there's a touchdown that is like solely my fault, and there wasn't one, and I felt very very good about that. I knew that when I was getting pulled off the field, it wasn't because I messed up. It was just because why not? So I was pretty proud of myself for that one.
Why not?
Took
Okay.
took a couple for the team. I
Oh my
tried to get
gosh.
the defense hyped by telling them that the ground was our sixth player because I play 5v5, so there's only 5 people, about 10 people on the field, 5 per team, and I was like, guys, the ground
Wait,
is
is
our
there
friend.
5 per team or is there 5 plus the quarterback?
No, 5 per team.
Oh, so there's only 4 of you and the quarterback. Oh, I was thinking
Yeah,
it was 5 and then the quarterback. Okay.
no, no, and
Okay.
so I was like, guys, the ground is our friend because we had a really hard time. Like some of the other teams, their flags, like it's flag football. Their flags are small. They blow around like they're really hard to get. And I was like, if you just square up and just body them, I was like, if they go to the floor, they're not allowed to get up. I was like, so, and it's non-contact, but there was a couple where I took a couple hits and I was like, nope, nope. I was like, I can't flag you, so I'm just gonna stand here till you run into me, and you're gonna go down, and you won't move, and it'll stop the play. I was like, hey,
Oh
and
my
I did that.
gosh.
I jumped up for the ball at one point, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to catch it, and she caught it, and I was like, well, I'm not going to let
You
this
going
count.
down.
So she went down with me. I was like, no, no, no. But by the end of it, we were all pretty tired. Like I was really tired. I was running off 4 hours of sleep because I was on set, left, came back, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But we have another tournament coming up where unfortunately we do
Mhm.
play the harder teams in our side.
Okay.
But I have hope for us. I think we
Well,
have some new people coming in that weren't able to come last weekend, so hopefully it'll really boost morale, and that
mhm.
whatever happened last weekend will hopefully light a little fire under our butts
Exactly. And you know
to
what? You've
get us
got
in
your
gear.
first tournament under your belt.
And we're
So
never a
now,
first tournament team.
oh, okay.
So hopefully, here's hoping.
All right.
Here's hoping.
Here's not a shout out to the whole football association because I looked relentlessly online to find it live streamed and it was not live streamed.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
was
the
a little
thing
bit
is,
bummed.
it was because we've now been given the footage.
Oh,
Wait, wait, no,
so
I
it's
could be wrong.
taped.
No, I could be wrong. No, it is. I don't know. The system they have for live streaming is very poor. Like they have these new AI
Okay.
cameras, and they only have 2 of them, and there's 5 fields, so they just pick 2 fields to put them on.
Sure. Okay.
But the process to get access to the live stream is extremely difficult,
All right. Well, you got
and
to hook me up, girl,
I
because
will figure it out for you before our next tournament.
I missed that one and it drove me crazy
Well,
to
you
miss
didn't miss
it.
much, let me tell you.
Okay. Well, and now the other thing to know if you had a successful tournament or not is did you get injured?
No, I know.
See, look
That's
it.
the
I think that's the
first.
first time ever since you've been
Yep.
playing for several years now that you
Oh
have
yeah.
not been injured in a tournament.
Like I had a couple like strains and stuff, but
Well,
nothing that
that's
was
just part of football.
like serious. But no,
Nothing that had to
I'm
take you to
really
the
putting.
athletic trainer.
Yeah, yeah. I spent a lot of
It's your
time
best
there.
buddy.
That
It's
is
your
my best
best
buddy.
buddy.
I'm really like putting the body first a little bit, at least especially in practice. I'm really bad for just giving her in practice, and now I'm like, if I mess up, I kind of use like, oh, I just didn't want to get hurt.
Oh,
It's kind of like my little trick up my sleeve.
it's your
But no,
go-to.
I am trying to like I was like, this is my last year, and football's not taking me anywhere. So, well, I had my little concussion headband on the weekend.
Did you? Good for you.
Yeah, which was good because I got absolutely bodied by the one girl. We were actually to the point where it was a flag on her, like a penalty to her, and I was like, better be. I thought it was on me at first, but I stood there and she just went right through me. I was like, she was on the ground. I was like, look at that sixth player, that ground right there.
Right there, right there.
Flagged her for
Listen,
me.
rubbing is racing. So it's
Exactly.
going to happen. It's
Yeah.
going to happen. Well,
But no, we
cool.
did like
Okay.
defense. We played really well. We were
Good.
tired, but we really held up our end. Offense can
Well,
use a little work, but so can everyone. So
all right. Well, I'm sending out positive vibes to your
yep,
team for the next tournament. I will definitely be sporting my, well, your old jersey. I'll be
yep,
wearing that day, and hopefully I can see it live streamed and check it
yes,
out and cheer from.
because
Like,
we
if you
will.
are someone who's looking into my house while these games are on, I'm literally standing in the middle of my house and I'm yelling at the TV and I'm cheering and I'm walking all around, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
and
But
we have 5 games at the next one, so we have one more
oh,
game.
okay.
So
Ooh, that's going to be a long day. If it's a
yeah,
1 day tournament, that's going to be a long day.
yeah,
All
it
right. Well,
is. It is.
rest up. Good luck. Good luck on that one.
Anyways, what have you up to? What have you been doing?
Um, I have joined a Secret Santa group. So I have my Secret Santa person chosen. And so anyways, I'm gonna try and do some crafting for that. So I'm
Ooh,
pretty
that sounds
excited.
fun.
Yep. I've got a few ideas on what to give this person for Secret Santa. So
To
once I
to be
have
fair, I've heard we can't
to
say
be
the
fair,
ideas. To be fair, we don't
to
want
be
to
fair,
say the ideas because it
I
might give away
know.
who it is. But I know what the ideas are, and they're actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
yeah,
once I get it made, I think I'll put it on here as long as we don't say who my Secret Santa is.
yeah.
And then I'm sure as soon as they get it, they'll be like, oh,
Mm,
yeah, I saw
look
that.
at that.
Saw that.
Yeah, we
Looks
were
good.
talking about you. We're talking
Yeah.
about you right now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start doing a little bit of crafting and try to do some more personal crafty gifts for this person, which is kind of cool. And
That is.
then my other girlfriend who lives in town last year, she invited me to. Her name is Terry, and she invited me to her karaoke party.
Yep.
So I had a lot of fun at that. Let me tell you, I sang a lot of unconventional songs, a fair number of rap songs. I took over the night with, which everybody was like, it's like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, one of
Um,
her like secret skills is that she knows every word to like every song, like
I do,
legitimately.
I
Like
do.
it is crazy, and like within 1 second of the song playing, boom, she's singing it.
Yes, I can
So
pretty much name that tune in like two beats and 2 seconds. I can
yeah,
either name the tune or the artist or group that sings it. So yeah, so she's gonna have that happening hopefully the next few weeks. So I can't wait to go back to karaoke and sing my little
karaoke.
heart out. It doesn't sound good, but it's coming out of me. Can't help it. And then I have other friends, and we have a annual what we call a sushi party. So she makes sushi, and then we all bring some type of Asian flavored food to the buffet, and we just have a really great time. It's a great time to get back and catch up with some old friends of ours, and I love it. I look forward to it every year.
Yep,
So yeah, so I can't wait to hang out and go to that get
they have a
together
good
too.
time.
We do.
I've been a DD for that party before. They have a good time, let me tell you.
So we're not done
No,
because it is Asian flared. We generally try some type of sake within the evening, and we did get smart for after a couple of years, and so we generally find someone or hire them to be our DD. So they're all being
yeah,
safe, and we can also have a good time and enjoy ourselves, and have a great time. So that's coming up, and I'm really looking forward to it because some of my friends I haven't seen in months. So
yeah.
I'm really really looking forward to that. So I have that coming up. I'm sure I might have a story or two that I can probably tell from that when that comes back.
I'm sure
And
you will.
yeah,
I'm
so
sure you will.
that's where I'm at with my up and comings. I'm crafting, and I've got a few soirees to attend. So
Parties.
parties and curling
Parties.
should be starting up hopefully the next few weeks too. So I'm excited to get back out on the ice, and I know the first time that I get on that ice and I have to squat down in that hack to throw that rock, I'm not going to be able to breathe. And I know the first time that I have to help sweep a rock, I'm going to run out of breath.
Yep.
But listen, I have tried to get back into my healthier routine. Um, the amount of sugar I ate today does not vouch well
Yeah.
for that, but whatever.
But you're doing
Um,
better than me. I can't remember the last time I exercised, honestly.
right. And Ainsley and I, we post in a little group we have with another friend, and so we always post a workout photo just to kind of give incentive. And Ainsley,
I know.
I have not seen. Although, listen, your football practices and stuff count. So
Yep.
maybe you should take a photo after football
Well,
practice one time.
my goal right now is like it's really hard. Like I work at a gym. I work at the school gym, but
Oh
the
yeah.
fact that I work there, I'm not the type of person that wants to spend extra time there. Um, so it's hard because I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to work out. I don't want to. But my small goal at the moment, is to try and wake up earlier so I can go on a walk before school.
Listen, and that's great. You start it with small
Yep.
goals and then they slowly compound into bigger goals. So I
Yep.
say go for it.
That's my
Go for it.
my
I love it.
my plan.
That's awesome. My husband and I are also walking a little bit more now that we are into fall weather. So we're trying to be out there with the dog and go for a little bit, few more walks at night, which is nice. So those are small goals too, man. You gotta do
Yeah.
it.
What's your weather been like?
Weather report.
Weather
You know
report.
what?
Weather.
It's sweater weather. Turtlenecks.
Yep.
There'll be more to
Turtlenecks
come.
are out.
It's Turtleneck Nation around here. Pretty much most of the same. We did have snow last week. The sun has now come out, so all of that has dissipated, but we're still nice and cool and chilly. So lots of heavy, heavy frost still. But overall, it's pretty nice. Like, yeah, we've had a few fires at the fireplace outside because it's been quite nice out. And so overall, we're just still in that limbo-y kind of mode. Although it was pretty slippery today. I was driving and I almost did a little Tokyo drift
Ooh.
around one corner, like on the main road. And so I was like, ooh, well, that's not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but other than that, weather's like, it's the same. It's the
Yeah.
same. It's the same.
Yeah. Ours hasn't changed too much. We are starting to cool off a bit. Like today was pretty gloomy out, and a little chilly, but we're still hitting the teens, and so doing better than you.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Although a lot of our
Disgusting.
leaves are now on the ground.
Oh,
But
have they
we're
gone
still
brown and down?
yeah, they've gone brown and down.
Brown and down.
Brown
All
and
right.
down.
Yeah.
Brown and down.
Brown and down. Well, and listen, I'm pretty sure your lows are still way higher than my highs
Our
in the
low
day.
today is 7 degrees.
Highs 4. Highs 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
That's right. I'm better than you.
Rude. Just
Rude.
saying. Rude. Super rude.
Rude. I was
Super rude.
I got a voicemail today from Grandma, and then I saw I had a voicemail from you from a while ago, and I click on it, and all it was rude. Because it must not have answered you for something, and you left me a voicemail and just said rude. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna know automatically then if it's just one word, rude.
Rude.
Super rude.
Rude.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Anyways, we have a quiz to do.
We have a quiz to do today. Yes.
Quiz.
We're gonna figure out what Bridgerton. Which Bridgerton character we are. Let us know. Has anybody else watched the Bridgerton series? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I've also watched the spin-off. Ainsley and I have the Queen Charlotte, which we also really enjoyed. But or maybe maybe we could share the Buzzfeed link, and you guys could take it, and you could let us know which Bridgerton character
I can
you
put it
are
in the description for y'all.
And
it'll be there for y'all. And then
right?
we can all see which character we are.
Exactly. Okay, so we are just looking at the specific Bridgerton from the Bridgerton family characters. We're not looking at all the characters from the series. So let's try and think ahead of time which character we think we would be.
So this is from season 1, I think. Because the title says, before you watch even a millisecond of season 2. You must know which Bridgerton royal you are deep down inside.
Okay. And which one do you think you are, Ainsley?
I feel like I have a little bit of Eloise in me.
Ooh, okay.
Just because she's so, like, not about that life, and I'm honestly the same way.
Okay. I would, you know what? For you, I would think that maybe you would be more of a Benedict.
Okay, I was
whereas you will like.
I was about to say like, and maybe a little bit of him.
Well, I'm thinking that like, yeah, you'll go ahead and you'll play by the rules of society, but you really don't want to be there, and you're slightly quirky, which I feel like Benedict is. So that's who I would have thought, but I could see Eloise too. So yeah, I would think you would be a good blend.
Both, which is funny because they have like the two of them have such a great relationship throughout the series. Like they're like best friends amongst the family. So it's funny that I'm like a little bit of both.
Yes. I think that I would probably be, and I can't remember her name, but what's the mom's name?
Violet.
I feel like I am a good Violet. I feel like, you know, when the craziness comes, I can stay calm. Mm-hmm. I can offer up some suggestions and advice, but at the same time, I'm my own person, which I feel like Violet is too. So that's who I think that I might be. What do you think?
I like it. No, I like it.
Yeah.
But who's your favorite character?
My favorite character? Oh, see, I like them all for different reasons, but after, and if this is like, I really did like Daphne. I really liked her,
Oh yeah.
but Benedict is, he's
Oh,
just
I
so
thought you
goofy
were
and
gonna
quirky.
say Lady Danbury.
Oh, if we're looking outside
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Bridgerton
No,
family,
all
oh,
all of yeah,
absolutely. I love her.
yeah,
Can't get enough of her. Between her and the Queen, and oh, they are the
yeah.
best.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
yeah, so that's who I think I would be. All right, let's
Okay, let's
let's
do
get
it.
on it and let's try this quiz. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
pull it up as well.
First, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Are
First
you ready?
question.
Are you ready?
What are you ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
What do you value the most? Money, love, family, fame, honor, or equality?
Okay.
I'm
What
going
did you put?
family.
I said family too.
Well, look at
Yeah, I said family too. Okay.
that. How many children do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or none? Well, I'm gonna say I
Hmm.
want 3 children.
Oh,
Yeah,
you want to have a middle child. All right. All right. All
yeah.
right. I put two.
Well,
And
you
how many
have
kids do
to.
I have? I have two.
You have
And
to.
someone once told me that, like, I just want to have two because I have two hands.
See, I
So when
tell
they were
people
little, I
that
could be
as
like,
well,
"Chow,"
but
and I
here I
got
am
two.
selecting 3. But
That's fine.
two'd
I
be
guess you can
ideal.
kick one in the pants. You can grab
Yeah,
two of them by the scruff and get a little
scoot
something,
it
something,
along.
little scoot along kick.
um, what is your favorite color? Blue, green, black.
Blue. I also picked blue.
I'm not picking blue.
Oh, I thought you
I'm
said you picked
listing
blue.
them.
Oh,
Blue, green, black, yellow, pink, or gray.
what are you
I'm
picking?
gonna say green, just because the
Okay.
green it shows on here is more of like a aqua teal green, so
Mm-hmm.
that's where I would go with it. Like I know it's just green, but
Right.
I'm going green.
I thought about gray because hence I like a lot of
Yeah,
gray.
I love gray. All my bedding's gray. All my towels are gray.
That's for washing
But that's
purposes.
just such like a boring color.
It is. So I chose blue because blue I do really like blue. And here's a side note: anytime your father has bought me any type of clothing
Yep.
gift,
Mm-hmm.
it's always blue.
Yep. That is. I
Always.
can attest to that. That is
Yes.
very true. See,
Sweaters, shirts, coats, everything.
I always tell people if I could change my eye color, I would change it to gray.
Really?
I think it'd be cool.
Okay. Cool
I
beans.
think
Cool
it'd be
beans.
cool.
Cool beans.
And one time someone was like, "Do you have gray eyes?" And I was like, "No, they're blue, but thank you for that."
Thank you for the compliment.
Okay.
Okay.
Where do you want to live? I can't really. There's like a big palace, like an off-grid cabin type thing,
Mm-hmm.
apartments. This looks
Apartments. It
like
looks like some
Paris,
London. Looks
a
like you could be in
castle in
apartments
the middle of nowhere,
or a castle in the middle of town.
or like a house that you would see in
In
Bridgerton. Like,
Bridgerton.
I don't know. I don't know if I described that
Bridgerton.
well.
No, you think you did. You did
Hmm.
good. What would you
I'm
choose?
choosing the like cabiny house. Do you know what I'm
Really?
talking about?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that seems more my style. I don't need all that
Oh,
space. It is pretty remote though, but I'll take it.
that's what I was surprised about. I'm picking the apartment in Paris. I
Ooh,
am staying close to the nightlife,
yeah,
walking distance to all the funness. That's what I chose.
that's true. Okay.
But that's okay. Listen, you do you. I'll do me. You
Oh,
do you.
last question. Last question. And
Okay, here we go.
what do you think of Lady Whistledown?
Whistle down.
She tells the truth and that is needed. She is very mysterious and interesting. She is trying to ruin families. She is prying and annoying. She is selfish or she is unkind. I'm going to
What'd you choose?
say she tells the truth and that is needed.
Yeah, I can see that of you. I am choosing. She is very mysterious and
Mm,
interesting.
yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes.
Drum roll, please. What is your verdict?
What's yours?
I am Anthony Bridgerton.
Ooh.
Hmm.
What's your little description?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that. Hold on one second. My view is not loving me.
Okay, I'll do mine.
Oh, yes. No, here it is. Okay, I can do it.
Oh,
Anthony Bridgerton. You're like the eldest Bridgerton son, Anthony. You like being in control and leading others, even when you don't have it all together yourself. That's a bit me. You need schedule and routines to keep your life in one piece. So, yeah, I can
yeah,
see it.
I can see that.
I can see it.
I don't think you will have ever guessed mine. I am Penelope Featherington.
Penelope, but I didn't think you could choose those. Oh my gosh.
Well, I think
Oh
that
my
was just
gosh,
a
I could not
Bridgerton
picture.
character. I don't think it was the actual family. It was the character.
Oh my
The
gosh, that's
storyline in
awesome.
season 1. It says, "You're like one of the Featherington daughters, Penelope. You're more on the quiet side, but that's only on the outside. On the inside, your mind never stops and your thoughts are always racing. You like to write down any emotion or feelings you have before you speak them into existence." Well, I guess that kind of does describe me.
It kind of does describe you.
Oh my
Pen.
goodness.
Pen? I'm going to call
Pen.
you Pen now.
Pen.
Just
Yeah,
because I can.
that's
Oh,
me.
shoot. That's awesome. I
That was
love
fun.
it.
I like that. It was
All
simple.
right. It was simple. So, yeah, no, I agree with you being Pen.
Yeah,
And I'll take Anthony. He's
which
a little bit of a
means
wild guy,
that
too.
means I'm Lady Whistledown.
Oh, she is. Oh, I better watch my P's and Q's. She
Sorry for
gonna
the
write about
spoilers out
me.
there, but if you haven't
She,
gone that far, although they
Ainsley.
reveal it at the end of season 1, so
True that, true that.
that's on you if you haven't seen that.
It's been out
It
for
is
a
what it
while.
is.
And
It is
listen, when
what it
Ainsley was
is.
watching the series, she pegged that
Yeah,
in the very
I
first episode.
this is something that drives a lot of people nuts. It drives my girlfriend nuts all the time. Is we will be like all the time. Like she gets mad at me, and especially if it's a show or something she has seen. I'll start calling things out as we're watching, and she'll look at me and just tell me to be quiet so I don't guess anything anymore. Because the amount of times that I can tell you what is going to happen with a character or what's this, blah, blah, like it drives her nuts. And she loves Bridgerton. She had been watching it, and when she came to visit us, the new season had come out. She was so
But she had already
excited.
seen the first season
Well,
before we had watched it
she
together.
ended up watching because the most recent season came out in 2 parts, and so while I was working and stuff when she was visiting, she watched the first part of season 3, I think it is.
Oh, so
And
she had
then
watched the first two.
she had seen all of it before we watched it, and then she wanted to show me the end bit. She's like, "Look at what they left me on," and then I was like, "Oh, I think I'd watch this with you." She got really excited, and then all 3 of us ended up
We
binging.
did. Oh,
We binged
we were
all 3
obsessed.
seasons, like 8-hour days, like literally for 3 or
Ridiculous.
4 days. We just sat there and watched this.
Yeah.
And anyways, right off the bat, like first episode, I called it. I was like, "Oh, it's Pen." And I bet you that just irked her so much because she did everything she could not to say. Because I remember when we found out, she was like, "When you said that, I was so mad at you." Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I called that right away. I was like, it's Pen.
Nailed it. Called it.
It's
Nailed it.
Pen. Which
It's
is kind of
Pen.
like, if you think about it, like they call her Pen, and like her character's through a pen.
Pen.
Just saying. I
Look
also
at you
love.
go.
I love that they got Julie Andrews to be the voice of Lady Whistledown.
I know. She was perfect.
I love
She
her,
was
and that was
perfect.
amazing.
I
I
agree.
freaked out. First episode that I'd seen, when I heard that, I'm sitting
Right?
there, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Julie Andrews!"
As soon as you put it together that is her voice, you're like, yes, this
And
feels
it's a great
complete.
voice.
So good.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't watched it, listen, we like it. We recommend it. It's a pretty good series. Yeah, so if you take our lovely little BuzzFeed quiz, let us know which Bridgerton character you were. We would love to hear from you and find out what that is.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Please.
Yes,
Yeah.
Pretty please. I love it. Well, Ainsley, I think that about wraps it up for this episode. I was doing little calculations, and we have almost 1,200 views of our few little videos that we have out there. So thank you very much to everybody who's been watching them. We so appreciated it, and we hope you're getting some entertainment and enjoying it. I know last week's we looked like we were like absolutely off our rockers with our options for consequences. We were. I thought about that afterwards. I'm like, oh, like we look like we're absolutely like ridiculous, hillbilly, crazy people. But listen,
okay, you're worried about the consequences. We spent 20 minutes talking about peeing in the woods. We are hillbillies.
Oh my gosh, we are hillbillies.
If that episode as a whole, if it doesn't tell you how much we are, because 1, we're talking about all these crazy things. 2, I'm dressed up as a unicorn and you're dressed up as Harry Potter. Like, it was like that really showed our true colors and our
right.
That was
right. I love it. Yes. So hopefully for the almost 1,200 views that we've had over all of our this is episode 9. So our 8 episodes previous to this, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for tuning in and checking us out. And just hopefully
Yeah.
you've gotten a little bit of enjoyment out of
Yes.
your day from listening to us, because we sure have had so much fun
It is amazing. And
making these episodes.
I can
So much
guarantee
fun.
this promise now of the little YouTube shorts being posted, because
Oh.
there should be some up already when you're listening to this. And we also have an Instagram account now that you can follow if you want to see that as well, and just see some fun posts. I'll have that link down here.
Love
But yeah,
it.
I can actually guarantee that now.
I love that.
Yay.
Oh, and I have to say, Ainsley, I wanted to tell you this because I didn't tell you this. So, most Sundays when we go to do these, I always forget to turn my phone to silent.
Yes.
And inevitably, I'm trying to turn it off in the middle of our episode. So, last week's podcast, I'm like, no, I'm on this. I got this. I got this.
Yep.
So,
I
I
asked
turn it
her,
to
and
silent.
she's like, "Yep, it's off."
I did it. I did it. So that's all fine and dandy. And then it was about, so that's Sunday, probably Tuesday, Ainsley calls me.
I call her and she doesn't answer, and I was like, okay. And it was in the evening. It was after practice. I was like, she should be not like she shouldn't be doing anything. So I called her again, and she answers me. And what did you tell me?
I said, oh, Ainsley, I said, my phone is still on silent. I have yet to turn it from silent, from off to on. Turn it back on.
She left her phone. So the amount of people that were probably calling her, texting her, she had no idea.
Me. Like, oh, I didn't see your text. I didn't get your text.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you. I'd had it off for 2 days. Yeah. 2 days straight.
So I guess I'm going to have to give her a reminder at the end of these recordings to turn it back on.
Turn it back on. Please. Anyways, thank you so much for watching Second Saturday yet again. Yes. We absolutely appreciate the fact that you're tuning in. Ainsley?
I mean, same old. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We will be here every week. This is episode 9. That's crazy.
I know.
That is absolutely crazy, because most people don't get past 5 or 6.
Well, and we had a goal of 6.
Yep.
And we're past it now, man. And we're going to keep on keeping on.
We are soaring.
We are
Look
soaring.
at that. I can see us in a plane to Dubai right now.
Oh. Get on it, people. We haven't forgotten. Get on it. I really want to go on that water slide in Dubai.
Yeah.
Hard. Isn't there one where you can maybe that's in the Bahamas. Well, maybe we'll have to check that one out too, where you can go on the big water slide at the water park. Ooh. And then you go through a tube of an aquarium with sharks. I bet Dubai has that for sure. They probably have that and then have topped it tenfold. Yeah. So anyways, that's our story. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
And we will talk to you next Sunday.
Yep. See you next Sunday.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.